lot of times when people first get an embroidery machine, they want to embroider on terry cloth towels. They're a great gift for weddings, graduations, etc., but kind of a deceptively, kind of a complicated project. So there are a few tips you need to know before doing it, and so you can be satisfied with your project. You'll need a few things. First, you want to have some tearaway stabilizer. Also, you'll need some temporary adhesive spray. We like the MSA 1000. And some water-soluble topping. This can be called aquamelt or hydromelt, etc. But those are the three things you need: tearaway, spray, and water-soluble topping. When you embroider on a terry cloth towel, it isn't necessary to hoop the towel, and in fact, it can be a little bit troublesome to do so. Terry cloth can be really thick, and you can risk stripping the screws on your embroidery hoop when you're hooping the stabilizer and the terry cloth together. So what we've done today is we've only hooped our tearaway stabilizer in the hoop here. Since I've only hooped my stabilizer, I can actually simplify the placement process of my embroidery. Okay, this side of the hoop has where I'll attach it to the machine, so I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to use a little ruler and a pen, and I'm going to draw a line down my center. I mean, how much more simple can you get? You can't just draw a line on something you're going to be embroidering on most of the time. I just used a regular pen. Alright, and now I've got my center line. Next, I'm going to place the towel onto the embroidery hoop with the bulk of my towel coming toward the place where I attach the hoop to the machine. So we're going to use some of our spray. Just a few quick sprays will do. It's important to use a quality embroidery spray that isn't too permanent, because you can end up kind of damaging the little loops on your terry cloth towel if you have too much adhesive. So I'll just fold this in half lengthwise, and this is a pretty precise way to do it because you're getting the actual center point. And then I can lay my halfway point right along that line, smooth it down onto my sprayed stabilizer, and then just unfold. So this way I've kept the line in my area of visibility, and I should be perfectly centered. Next, you'll want to cut a piece of the water-soluble topping for the top of your towel. It doesn't have to be as large, so I've got a piece here that's going to cover my design. When placing a design on a towel, it's very important that you don't go too high. This is the most common sort of a mistake that's made. You'll want to place your embroidery design either about a ½ inch up from the band or about an inch up from the bottom of the towel. So the first thing to stitch out is a basting stitch that I've added around the text on my towel. This will keep the water-soluble topping from getting caught under my needle. So use an automatic basting stitch function on your machine or add it into your embroidery software before stitching. If you don't add a basting stitch, you'll need to watch and make sure that the water-soluble topping doesn't get caught under the needle. And after the basting stitch, my text is going to stitch out. It's always easier to cut your jump threads while your project is still in the hoop, so clip away any extra threads. The topping is water soluble, but the machine has so perforated the stabilizer that most of it should just pull away easily, like so. Next, take your basting stitch out from underneath, clip the bobbin thread and pull it away in small sections. And the basting stitch will pull off the top when the bobbin thread is removed. It should all just pull away. So I've embroidered out a little reminder to my guests, and it's important for you all to remember to use the correct materials when you're embroidering a terry cloth towel, or else you're not going to get such pretty results. So good luck!